Assalamu alaikum. So the lesson today is about subtraction. So we are going to define what is subtraction and how and what's the rule that govern subtraction. So before we start, so I want to ask you a question. Suppose I have this set of apple and I ask you to reduce this set of apple by 4 pencil. Reduce this set of apple by 4 pencil. So it's weird, yes. So how can I reduce 4 pencil from this set of apple? So which make no sense. We cannot even do it because the pencil are not similar to apple. They are not the same type of quantity. They are not similar quantity. So I cannot reduce something which is totally different from something else. But if I ask you, can you reduce 4 apple from this set of apple? You can say yes, I can reduce it. So what you do, you just take the first one, second one, and this is 4. So you take 4 apple and just take them away. Now I reduce 4 apple from this set of apple, and what's left is the remainder. This is what's left. Whatever left is the remainder. Is it different from the set that I pick? No. So it's similar set. So I pick 4 apple and I left 4 apple. So we didn't left pencil or anything else. We left apple. So, and this is the key of the subtraction. Subtraction, in fact, is an action that you take, which you reduce a quantity from another quantity, and what's left is similar to the quantity you start with. So this is exactly what is subtraction. So let's give the definition of a subtraction. So definition. So subtraction, like we say, is a process or action is a process of reducing a quantity. And this quantity called subtrahend. So this is the name of the quantity we pull out from another quantity called subtrahend from another similar quantity. So they must be similar quantity, and this similar quantity is called manuand. To find or to end up with new similar quantity called difference or remainder. Or remainder or difference. And we use this symbol, so we use this symbol, which is read minus for subtraction. So in fact, what do we have? We have the manuand minus subtrahend equal difference or remainder. So for example, so 4 minus 2 is 2, and for example 8 minus 7 is 1. So those are example of subtraction. Now, as you see from the definition, that subtraction is a process of reducing a quantity from another similar quantity. So how we can apply this in a number or in any subtraction? So as we know that number are made of quantities, which mean that if I have a number, the digit, every digit in a number hold a quantity. This is what we call place value. And this quantity are different from each digit. So we don't have the same quantity for the same place held by the digit. So for example, if I have 425, so the quantity held by 5 is the ones, the quantity held by 2 is the tens, and the quantity held by 4 is the hundred. You see, each digit in a number holds a certain quantity and totally distinct from the other. So this is the idea behind. So when we try to subtract two numbers, we have to subtract the corresponding quantity because those are the similar quantity. So if I want to subtract, for example, 259 minus 38, it's not because this is the first one, I'm going to subtract it from the first one, this is the second one, I'm going to subtract it from the second one. No, I need to know the place value for each one. You see here, what do I have? I have 200, 510, and 9 ones minus 300, you see, 310, sorry, 310 and 8 ones. So I'm not going to subtract the 100 from the tens. It's not because this is the first, I'm going to subtract them together. No, you see, the ones minus the ones, the tens minus the tens. And this is the key of the definition. Is a process of reducing a quantity, so this is the subtrahend, from another similar quantity called the manuand. You see, this is ones, and I will subtract it from the ones. This is a 10, I will subtract it from the 10. If I have 100, I will subtract it from the 100, and so on. So this is the key of the definition of subtraction. We cannot subtract something from anything else. No, I will subtract the corresponding quantity. So the similar one. So the ones subtract from the ones, the tens from the tens, and so on. So here there is no 100, that means I have 0, 100. So here is going to be 9 minus 8, that means I have 9, right? I take 8 from 9, so it's going to be just 1 ones. And I take 3 tens from 5 tens, so it's going to be 2 tens. And I have 0, 100, take it from 200, is going to be just 200, which means at the end I will end up having 2, 2, 1. So that's the key behind the subtraction with the number. But sometimes, you see, sometimes it's not easy to subtract a number. For example, if I have 438 minus 279, you see here it's not obvious to reduce 9 ones from 8 ones, or reduce 7 tens from 3 tens. So this is here what we do, because this is one quantity. So I can borrow from the highest to cover my missing quantity. So here I have 100, 3, 10, 8 ones, minus 200, 7, 10, and 9 ones. So now I have 9 ones, and I will reduce 8 ones by 9 ones. It makes no sense because there's something missing here. I cannot have 8 and I reduce 9 from 8. So what I do here, because I know that each 10 is 10 ones. Each 10, so I have 1, 10 is 10 ones. So what I do, I'm gonna borrow 110 from here and give it to the ones. So when I borrow 110 here, what's left? 210. And here become what? 18 ones. Now I have 18 ones. I will reduce 9 ones from 18 ones. Did you see the idea? So this is exactly how we do it in terms of vertically. You see what I do here? I'm gonna borrow 1 tens and give it to the ones. So here I have 18. Now I have 18 minus 9. So I'm going to reduce 9 from 18, which means that I have 9. Now I'm going to move to the second part. I have 2 tens and I have 7 tens. I do the same process. I know that 100 is 10 tens. So what I do, I'm going to borrow 100 from the 100 and give it to the tens. So now if I borrow 1 from here, I have 300, and here become what? 12 tens. The same thing here. Here is going to be 300, and here will be 12 tens. So now I have 12 minus 7. This means I'm going to reduce 7 from 12, which means I have 5. Now I have 300 and 200. It makes sense because I'm going to reduce 200 from 300. So it's going to be just what's left is 100. So, and this is exactly how we use subtraction for that type of operation. So can we apply this in other type of operation? Yes, for example, if I have 9x minus 2x, it's the same idea, it's the same concept. I have similar quantity and I have 9x's minus 2x's. It's like I'm having 9 apple minus 2 apple. I will reduce 2 apple from 9 apple. I will reduce 9 axes from 2 axes from 9 axes. So here what's left is 7 axes. The same thing here will be 7 apple. But look at this. If I have 9x minus 2x and we have something on the above here, which is make this and this not the same. It's not because I have x here or x here. So no. Is it the same type? Are they similar, those two? No, they're not similar. The difference is that 2 which is above. So that make the whole thing different. You see, if it's like this, look, I have x here, x here. Those quantity are the same. I have 9 of this quantity minus 2 of this quantity. What's left is 7 of the same quantity. Here I have 9 of this quantity, but this is not the same thing as this. So I cannot do nothing here because they're not similar. You see, it's very simple. Look at the similarity. Whatever subtraction they give you, you can do it. Just look at the similarity of the quantity that you have. If they are similar, then subtract. If they're not similar, don't do nothing. Just write down the same expression. So here I will do just this is the same thing. 9x minus 2x to above. That's all. It's very simple. I hope that you got the idea. And please, if you have any comment that will help me improve my way of teaching, do so. It will help me a lot. Thank you for watching the video and Assalamu alaikum.